So we're in a season of the supernatural where God is giving resurrections in this season. But the thing about a resurrection is, in order to have a resurrection, in order to have a miracle, you gotta need a miracle. And in order to have a resurrection, you gotta have a death. So many times in church culture, we just push past and through death and we don't deal with it. When Jesus, he always dealt with death head on, right? He defeated death, hell, and the grave. He didn't ignore it. He didn't bypass it. He didn't go around it. He looked at it in the face and dealt with it for what it was. So many times we're needing God to give a resurrection, but we won't acknowledge the pain of what died. So today we dealt very delicately with the dealing with grief, right? Grief is not linear. It comes in weird spaces and times. We fight our tears, told to be strong, told to hold it in, told to shout through it, praise through it. But listen, there's a healthy way to grieve where you give your tears to God. You give your pain to God. You give your hurt to God, because that's the only way that God really can heal it. He's not a God that stands outside of your pain and point at you and say, I'm wishing the best for you and I hope it gets better. No, he's the kind of God that gets in it with you. He doesn't just sympathize, he empathizes. This generation is great with sympathy, but we don't do so well with empathy, just getting in the thick of it, getting in the disappointment, getting in the loss. Grief isn't always because you lost somebody. It's sometimes because you lost something that you love. Man, I've grieved decisions and choices and seasons and relationships and opportunities as much as I've grieved loved ones. It's not if you grieve, it's how you grieve. It's not if you cry, it's how you cry. If God's gonna give you a resurrection, he gotta deal with your grief. Wipe the tears from your eyes so you can see him and see a miracle in the middle of your mess. That's what we get into in this series, as we have to grieve and grow. And we can't lay there. You gotta get up. I hope you get up, and I hope this message encourages you to know that God's came for you. He cares about you. He's in it with you, and he wants you to get up and grow from here. All right? He's about to give you a resurrection, and I believe it's your time to get up.